Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before, or if you're new here then welcome. My name is Eve. I make all sorts of makeup and beauty related videos, so it's nice to have you here. So today's video is on the new I Heart Revolution, the Little Mermaid collection. So there is the palette, there is a lip gloss, and there is a highlighter. Looks to be in the same packaging as the last ones. I did pick up the Belle one, the Beauty and the Beast, and the Cinderella one. There isn't lashes this time, which I didn't really like the lashes from the other ones anyway, but it would have been nice from a kind of collection point of view to have some lashes as well. So I will just open the palette up and show you what it looks like. Can't remember the prices off the top of my head, but I will put the prices on the screen. So if you've not seen these before, these have 6 face products on one side and then eyeshadows on the other side. So the actual palette is the same in the box, which is as the box, which I've noticed a lot of brands are doing now, and I do really appreciate that because it means you don't need to keep the box for the nice artwork. So let's just see what she's like. Okay, she looks nicer in real life than she did online, I will say that, but the face side is maybe a wee bit darker than some of the pictures led me to believe. So this is what it looks like. So this is three blushes, 3 highlighters, and then those are the different tones. I think, like, yeah, it's quite true to Ariel. I think you've got the reds in there for her hair, the purples for her bikini, you've got the green for her tail. So yeah, I think this one kind of does make sense in terms of the sticking to her kind of story. So let's just have a wee look at the highlighter and the gloss. I must say I don't like the packaging for the highlighter. It's just too big and bulky. Like, I know these are kind of like collector's pieces, but still. I must say the packaging is pretty. This lilac-y colour is so cute. So this just kind of opens like this, and this is what the highlighter looks like. I mean, this is possibly too dark for me, but I will give it a go and see what I think about it on my face, because that's kind of like in between two of the shades in here, if you know what I mean. It's kind of in between the top and the bottom ones. And then the gloss, I'm not a big gloss person. Like, I wish they would start bringing out like a liquid lipstick instead of a gloss for some of these products. It's the same with Aristocats. There was like 3 glosses, and a liquid lipstick might have been nice. But this, I mean, it is pretty, isn't it? And it's in the same really nice kind of packagings. Okay, my eye is primed with MAC Paint Pot like usual. I have just done the swatches and I have some issues. So some of them swatch like so pretty. Like Revolution knows how to do a shimmer, but count how many shimmery blues there is. 1, 2, 3. Count how many matte blues there is. 0. 0. 0. It's, I just don't really understand what Revolution do when they come up with a palette and they just think, oh, let's not put like appropriate mattes in. I mean, there's a decent amount of mattes. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mattes. Is that a decent amount when the palette's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. When it's got 17 shades. How do you have 17? 6. I can't count. It's got 6, 12, 18 shades. Yeah, I would have liked to see a kind of dark matte blue, but maybe that's just me. Maybe like not everyone likes to have that. I don't know, but let's see what we're about to do. Right, this is just going to be a total jumble and we'll see what happens. But if there's a green in the palette, you know I'm going to use it. So let's go in with this colour here called Seaweed, this green here. And let's go in with that on the outer part of my eye. mean, it's got pigment. Could it have a bit more? Of course it could, but maybe that's partly the brush that I'm using. I mean, it's there. It's definitely there. And then let's go in with the colour next to it called Ariel, which is this kind of lilac colour here. That one is taking a wee bit of work to get anything, but it's getting there. I'll take more of a pencil brush, see if I can get a wee bit more pigment with this one. Yeah, a bit more. I mean, those two colours are pretty together. And then in the very inner corner, let's take Eric, and I'll probably use this one to blend as well. So I'll just wipe that brush off and use it on the same brush. Yeah, I mean, those two colours are very pastel. Because I mean, you can hardly see that. Right, back in with some more of the purple on this wee pencil brush. I mean, that's... I don't know if I'm just being too harsh, but... because I know that they are pastels, these colours. But I mean, they are very, very pretty. But I just... oh, I want a wee bit more. Right, and then I'll just wipe that brush off and just take some of that green in. The green's fine. Nothing wrong with the green at all. And then I'll just take a fluffier brush and take that, and take the shades Eric, and just use that to kind of blend kind of those kind of up here. And also just to kind of soften this green. I mean, I'm not hating the way it looks, like it looks nice. But, like, I just want more pigment. You know what, I think if I'd used the P. Louise Re-White base, like any kind of white base, these colours would pop really pretty. But I don't like to use a base when I'm testing a palette out for the first time, because I want you to see how it looks without anything like that, because not everyone's got bases. Okay, so not that I even really need to, because those colours are hardly shown up, but I'm just going to cut my crease a bit with the cut crease canvas and I'll be back in a wee second. Now let's go in with what I think is the standout shade in the palette, and it's this blue called Aquatica, maybe? I think so. This is by far my favourite one in the palette. Now it does feel a wee bit crumbly, but it is so pretty. And that's a pretty, pretty blue. See, I hate how Revolution makes such good shimmers, because I'll try a palette out and I'll be like, no, I don't like it. And then I'll put the shimmer on and I'll be like, alright, okay, I do. Oh. Right, let's just take some of that on my wee brush that I used to do my cut crease and just use that to get right in here. And then I think on this outer corner I might put one of the blues in just to, until it meets the kind of green. So let's do the kind of the darkest one called Ocean. Let's do this one. And that's a really bright blue. Damn you, Revolution Light. I never know whether to like your stuff or to not like it. It's so confusing to me. And then in with a wee pencil brush with some of that original green that I used. Okay, so that's the eye pretty much done for just now. There is going to be a bit patchy, but that's maybe just my eye. So I'm going to go and do the other eye, and we'll be back to do the face products and the under eye and all that kind of stuff. So I'll be back in a wee bit. Okay, so that's me back. My face makeup is done. I had a bit of an accident with my bronzer on this side. I just have got absolutely no idea what happened. It kind of stuck funny today, but that's typical for when I'm testing some new face products. But so let's go in with one of these blushers. Now I could only get away with the top two, but that's fine. So let's go in with the top one, I think, which is called Part of Your World. So that's this kind of pinkier peachy one. And let's just pop this on. I do think they have to try to cater to a decent, like, all skin tones with this one, whereas the other ones were maybe a wee bit more kind of targeted at different skin tones. But that's a really pretty blusher. I like that a lot actually. It's going on really nice. It's a really pretty colour. I could actually see me reaching for this palette to use that blusher. I think that is so pretty. Like it's pink, but it's got a wee bit of peach in it. Like it's, do you know what that is? It's really pretty. So let's go in with a highlighter. And the only highlighter that can work in here is this one. So I will try this one on one side of my face, and I will try the individual one on the other side. So this one is called The Heart of the Sea. Hoping the formula on these is better than the last one. So this is the one from the palette. Oh wow, okay, that's there. Kind of pinky undertone. That's quite nice actually. It's very, very blinding and not subtle in the slightest. So if you don't like a blinding highlight, then I don't know if you would like that, but I think that's really, really pretty. I like that. So let's go in with the other one on the other side. This one might be a bit dark for me, but we'll just see. So again, that's what this one looks like. That one's very powdery in the pan. I don't know if you can see that. So let's just tap off some excess. Yeah, this one's more subtle, but the colour does work for me, and I think that one's really pretty as well. It's pretty similar, but I would say this one is more kind of a wet sheen, whereas this one's more like bam, it's a highlight. It's almost kind of grey-ish. Oh, I'm not sure. I think this one's prettier. And I was worried that that would be too dark for me, but it's not at all. It works just fine. So that is the individual one, and that is the one in the pan. Okay, so let's do under eyes. And what shall we do? So I want to try out as many shades as I can. So let's take a flat liner brush and let's go in with this one, this purple. It's called Ursula. Of course it had to be Ursula. I like the kind of deep dark kind of vampy colour. So let's just pop this on with a kind of flat liner brush and let's take it halfway. Oh wow, okay, that's got pigmented. I wish I'd put that one on my top. That's a nice colour. And then on that same brush, let's take Mermaid, which is this one here. Wow, that one's pigmented. Right, I think I was being too harsh. I think those colours on the top, it was just because they were pastels, that's why they weren't showing up all that well. And then to blend those out, why not, just for shits and giggles, take this colour down here, this kind of golden colour, and this one is called Flounder. This might not work, but we'll soon see. I would say it could have been maybe a bit brighter, because Flounder is really bright, but it's fine. And let's take this up along the outer edge of this green, because I think that'll look quite pretty. Okay, so that doesn't really go on that bottom, but it looks nice next to that green, so that's fine. And let's go for inner corner highlight. There is only really one colour, and it is this one called Dingle Hopper, which is this one here. So let's put that in the inner corner. Oh, that is a very, very nice inner corner highlight right there. And let's just take that onto the brow bone as well. That's a pretty colour. I like that. I hate what I've done with my lower lash line, but it's done now. I can't change it. Okay, so I'm going to go and put liner lashes on, and I'll be back to show you the lip gloss. Okay, so I'm back with the rest of my makeup dancing lashes. These lashes are magnetic lashes that I was gifted, so I have just filmed a video with them, and I must say they're pretty good. So I think I'm just going to line my lips with Rimmel East End Snob, because this is a kind of nice pink, and I think it might go quite nicely with this look. Okay, so that's my lips lined with that. This is, oh my goodness, I might actually finish this soon. I love this lip liner. I've had it for a disgustingly long time, so it's maybe about time it's finished. But let's go on to the gloss. So I'll just swatch it on the back of my hand first. And that's got a really pretty pink reflect. And let's just pop some of this on the top. It's iridescent, which isn't my usual thing, but it's pretty. I think when it's kind of blended in, it's fine. I like that lip gloss. I didn't think I was going to like it. But how pretty is that? Oh, I feel very, very mermaidy right now. So this is the finished look. What do we think? I think it's, you know, it turned out really, really pretty. I do think that those first two shades I used could have been slightly more pigmented, like they're hardly shown up, but they are pastel colours, and I think on a white base like the P. Louise white base, they would go bam, like they would show up fine. I think that shimmer is absolutely gorgeous. I think the actual palette, like eyeshadow side itself, is quite different. I can see quite a few looks. I would like to do one with the kind of the greens and the kind of reds, because that's like kind of Ariel with the kind of red hair. Like, I wish I'd used the reds today. I do wish there was a matte blue. I wish there was a darker matte as well, because this dark matte is a kind of green shift, which is really pretty, and it's right up my street. But you want to focus on the right thing, please. Like, that is right up my street, but I do wish that there was a kind of darker brown or a dark matte, because that is the kind of darkest purple, and even that's not that dark. But that aside, I can see myself picking up this palette, filming with it again. Sometimes when I film with Revolution palettes, I'm like, ugh, like it worked fine, but I don't want to pick it up again. But that one I definitely would. In terms of the face powders, I think they've tried to cater to a wide range of people. I can only really use one highlighter, possibly this one. Actually, this might work if I've got a tan, but this one I can maybe use as like a kind of bronzer topper if I want to go for like a really kind of glowy look, because that would work. In fact, let's just try that just now. Why not? Yeah, that works fine for that. Yeah, guys, if you're fair like me, then use that as a kind of bronzer topper, because that's quite pretty. And I've not sprayed my face. It's too late now. Yeah, so I think that I applaud them for trying to cater to all skin tones with this one, because some of the previous ones were a bit kind of inclusive of one skin tone or the other. So yeah, the lip gloss I think is really pretty actually. I can see myself using that, and I'm not a lip gloss kind of girl, but I do like that one. And then the highlighter is somewhere. It was right in front of me as usual. The highlighter surprised me actually. This is this one in this cheek. I thought it was going to be too dark, but it works fine. And this side is a lovely kind of wet side, whereas this side is more kind of like more intense, I would say. So do I like the collection? Yeah, I do. I mean, I think it could be a wee bit more pigmented, but it is Makeup Revolution, I Heart Revolution there, and I think honestly I'm giving it an unfair chance, because I tested the Lowe's Cosmetics palette yesterday, so obviously this one wasn't going to be as good, but I think this look is so pretty. I'm getting total mermaid vibes, and I'm not mad at it, and I will play with it again. So let me know what you think of the collection if you picked it up. So leave me a comment if you haven't already subscribed. I would love it if you would do so. Oh, and also let me know what princesses you think they should come out with next. Like, is there any princesses that you think would be next in line? I'm trying to think. I think they have to do a Frozen one, don't they? Like, I know they're not the kind of iconic princesses, but I think they have to do a Frozen one, because that would be awesome. Is Frozen Disney? Yeah. Is it? Yeah. Or a Moana one would be quite good as well. One of the kind of newer princesses would be quite cool, I think. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.